What is good, everybody? Welcome back once again to the First Down Saints YouTube channel. So, came across this tweet today. La'el Collins looks like he is all recovered from his injury. He had some kind of torn ligament, but it looks like he passed a physical today and he is good to go. And Schefter says that he should soon find work. Now, obviously, the Saints have struggled pretty badly on offensive line this season, whether you want to blame it on coaching, players, schematics, whatever you want to blame it on, the bottom line is they've sucked. So with La'el Collins being a former LSU Tiger and just an overall good offensive lineman when he's healthy, Saints fans were all over it on Twitter. Should we pick him up? Should we sign La'el Collins? Should we bring him in to maybe somehow, some way help out the travesty that is our offensive line this year? When he's been healthy, he's been a really good offensive lineman, especially when he was with the Dallas Cowboys. Now, the only thing with bringing him in, you got to look at the offensive line as a whole and say, where do you put him at, right? I know a lot of people will say left tackle Trevor Penning, put Collins there. Well, look, I don't agree with that. I think Trevor Penning has gotten better each and every week, and to be quite honest, he was the Saints' best lineman against the Packers. He gave up one pressure against Rashawn Gary, who's one of the better rushers in the league. He gave up a power rush, and it didn't even turn into a sack. So Trevor Penning played well against the Packers, so I don't think you stick him in there, and then that also stunts his development and ends up just being a waste of a first-round pick. So I don't like him at left tackle. You look at left guard, I mean, I guess this position does make the most sense. You got James Hurst there and Andres Pete on the roster as well, who had to fill in when Cesar Ruiz got hurt. But again, left guard kind of does seem like the best fit, but do you really take James Hurst out of the lineup? I mean, he hasn't been good per se. Personally, I think La'el Collins could give you better play there, but I'm not sure if Dennis Allen, Mickey Loomis, and the Saints are the type to just sign a guy off the streets and give him a starting job right away. Obviously, he's not going to start at center. Eric McCoy is, had a rough game against Kenny Clark against the Packers, but he's still one of the best centers in the league, in my opinion. And then you look at right guard, you got Cesar Ruiz. You obviously just paid him a nice, hefty contract. That position isn't changing anytime soon, so that spot is out for Collins. And then Ryan Ramczyk, right tackle. Look, he probably had one of his worst games of his great career against the Packers on Sunday, and it is pretty troubling. It is alarming. I know he was dealing with some, I believe, knee issues over the past couple of years. I was hoping he could get it sorted out over the offseason. I'm not saying that's what he's dealing with this year, but yeah, he did not look good against the Packers, but I still have faith that he can bounce back again. He was going up against one of the league's best pass rushers, Rashawn Gary, but at the same time, that's really no excuse because, he's one of the highest paid right tackles in the league for a reason, to deal with those type of edge rushers. So when you look at the offensive line as a unit, there's not really a spot that glares at you. Like I said, left guard makes the most sense because James Hurst has not been very good. I know he exceeded all of our expectations at left tackle last year. We thought we were pretty much doomed when Armstead left for Miami, but he did perform well last season. But Hurst just really hasn't looked that good at guard this year, to be honest with you. He's looked slow. His feet look slow. He's been beat a ton of times in one-on-one situations. So, if they do bring Collins in, which, again, I'm not opposed to it because at this point, like I said, what's it going to hurt? If anything, he'd be really good depth. Now, I don't know if he would come in and sign to a team that, he probably wants to start right away, basically, is what I'm trying to say. So I don't know if he will come in a reserve role. But again, I'm not opposed to it. If they do sign him, cool. If not, I think hopefully we'll be fine. I don't know. We'll see. Appreciate you guys watching as usual. Peace.